Hey everyone, welcome back to Craftoria with me, Kmbles. So the goal for today's episode is to finish off the early parts of AE2 by connecting up our storage to like this little thing we built in the last episode. So we can have that single button connection to all the stuff in the various chests around the world and farms and all that kind of stuff, which will be a huge improvement to our quality of life. But first, I think it's time to ditch this set of the Just I and Things gear and upgrade to the next tier of things. This goo setup here has served us pretty well, but the next tier of stuff, the Celestigem level of goo, the VoidShimmer Goo, this stuff opens up all the advanced blocks, as well as some new tools and toys and stuff that'll make, it'll just make things much more fun. So it's just two things, should be doable. Let's get to it. And some dripping. Okay, but before we do, I just want to make sure that we have to go on a bit of an adventure to get to the end for this. And I just want to make sure that our tools here are replenished. And we've only got 2 buckets of lava left. So what I was thinking, is there somewhere safe to do this? So what I was thinking is, instead of just repairing it with the last 2 buckets and having to revisit the nether, why don't we look at getting this dripping upgrade on a fluid drawer from functional storage? And that cost us a bucket. I think we actually need this in bucket form. And that's it, we're tapped out. Right, so we got the fluid drawer. And I might just put this over here for the time being. I don't think it requires any electricity, so... Okay, fluid drawer, storage. I think we just get this dripping upgrade now. Let's have a quick look. Functional upgrade. Right, I haven't used functional storage before. Pusher, puller, water generator. Oh, cool. Infinite water perhaps, but it'll be slow. We want to get one of these things. Oh, I need cauldrons. So yeah, you just make one of these dripping, or I think more than one, but a dripping upgrade installed in this thing will slowly generate lava for you. And the more upgrades, it looks like you max out at 3, the faster that's going to go, up to 32 buckets. So let's just put a second one in there. Now they should be going twice as fast. And when that hits 1,000, I'll just scoop it up and we'll make a third one. And I'll do that. Shift on the face. How do you scoop this stuff up? Oh, left click. Okay. And 3. I guess a little bit more waiting until we get to 8. And then we can fix all of our tools and stuff and head off to the end with everything kind of fully repaired. While that's waiting, we also want to get Just I things. I also want to get, the only thing left on this Blaze Gold or Blaze Bloom tier is the Death of Totem. What is it? Totem of Death Recall. I don't know what it does. Maybe it just teleports you home when you die or something, but it's the last thing for us to get in the quest. So let's grab one of these. And a pearl gets us this guy. And a swim speed. Oh, we already got that. Now remember, every time you do this lava repair thing, it's going to turn the lava. It's going to turn the lava into obsidian. So you kind of want to do it somewhere where that's not a big drama. I'm just chucking those things that are getting damaged. Cool. Fill that up again before we go. All right, let's go find the end. All right, you guys have seen this many times before, so I'll just follow a few of these ender eyes and I'll meet you over the stronghold. All right, it seems to be somewhere around here. Okay, I'm going to bet it's right underneath us here. And I know I've got 4 left. I seem to have lost 2. But to be honest, I don't think these things get spent. I know I'm 2 down, but I actually just lost those. I didn't see where they landed. So I think there's some mod that makes sure that they always land. You don't use them up. But anyway, mining gadget. I imagine it's just below us. Yep, we weren't wrong. Although we're in some kind of prison cell. All right, I might do a little looting of this place. Oh, it's this one. I've seen this stronghold before. I might just do a little looting of this place. And to make sure we're safe, I'll let this guy do most of the fighting. Oh my god, that little guy just killed my bear. What a jerk. Oh, we stumbled across it. Here it is. Oh no. I better quickly pick this thing up before it starts spawning too many in. You're on Silk Touch. Let's dig that guy up. Anyway, it is worth looting this place. Just in just a few minutes, kind of going around there, I got all these things. May as well put it away, including a ring of invisibility, which surprisingly enough you can't see, and some cool new spells there and stuff as well. Yeah, I'm sure there's a million chests in this place, but they can wait. Right, actually, before we head in, geez, I just want to let's get rid of this crud. We'll just quickly take this opportunity. There was something that I forgot to make back home, which I think is going to be a useful addition. So let's just quickly zip back and make it. I've even got it favorited and I just forgot about it. And that's this portal gun here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the eye. And the eye. So this thing, the portal gun. Pretty sure it just takes power. Yep. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this thing works just like, well, portal. 1, 2. Yeah, that's it. It says a left click and a right click, and you get 2 portals. So I want to leave 1 portal here somewhere. Right click there. So actually, right click. What's going on with this fucking thing? I want to leave the orange one. Why does this guy keep growing? Yeah, let's leave the orange one there. So now wherever we are in any dimension, we can just kind of quickly get back home. Ignore that. All right, let's make sure we got our helmet on and let's jump on in. God, that always terrifies me when we land in lava. Is it going to be a safe space? Safe enough. Let's just quickly zip over here. Careful not to look these guys in the eye. So what we want to make is the Just Dire Theurgy, which needs just 2 bits of endstone and some Dragon's Breath. So really we're just here for the Dragon's Breath. How often do you make it out to the end? Let's get 42. I've actually got no idea if this is going to be a more complicated dragon fight. I hope not. That said, oh, we should be storing these things. That said, I'm not actually here for a fight. I think that guy's aggressive. Ooh, this is way different. Jesus, you aggressive? These Enderman things look a bit sus. So, yeah, we just want to get a little bit of that breath. This is cool. Where's my dragon? Oh, here it comes. Epic. This is gorgeous. We just got to provoke it just a little bit. Collect its dragon breath, and then I'm out of here. Oh, nice. Here we go. That's it. Perfect. Great. I'll put a waystone down here as well in Ireland to come back to one day, but now we can just left click and teleport back home. All right, we're safe. Whew. Okay. It could have gone way worse. To be honest, I was a bit worried that wasn't going to go so smooth, but we made it. All right. 2 of them. 4 of these, and this guy, and this guy, the previous Theurgy. That's going to get you your upgraded VoidShimmer Goop, and we can just update it right there. But it's not going to want to eat netherwort. It wants chorus fruit and ender pearls. All right, let's just give it some ender pearls for now. Probably not waste the conversion on coal. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to collect all these. Oh, that's great. It's going to save us a bit of money. Oh, it's just throwing the ender pearls. Okay, that's not good. Yeah, so the simple click is just going to keep right-clicking the ender pearls. And because this is a throwable item, unlike the nether wart, it's not going to try and use it on this. It's just going to literally throw it. So the other one, chorus fruit, is probably what we want to get. We probably want to look at getting a renewable way of this. You can farm it. There's not a lot of options. All right, we'll come back to that in a second. So with this tier of goo, the third tier, you get Celestigems when you put down raw blocks of, is it going to tell us? Of diamonds. So diamonds to get to your Celestigems. I'm not really sure how we're going with diamonds. We got 61. Not sure if that's good enough. Let's just see. Silk touch. Let's silk touch this and we'll macerate it in the, we'll macerate it over at MI. You know the drill. Here comes the conversion. Oh yeah. All right. Silk touch. And one more time. Let's come back for that. Let's head over to the void, because in here we have probably all we're going to need, I think, to set up a large steam furnace and a large macerator. Okay, I just want to see how fast these things are, because they're multi-blocks, unlike the single block macerators, which go, you know, a regular kind of speed. I want to give these multi-blocks a try out. So let's just put them, I don't know, let's just put them here perhaps. Like this. Cool. And what? Item in, item out. I think I'm just going to do it like this so that they kind of face each other. And then if we could put like a, do we have a barrel? Well, I always prefer barrels, but anyway. Chest will do. Let's just put a chest there. For the time being, do this. So anything out and anything in. Shape invalid. Oh my God. What's wrong with the shape? Oh, you can't go there? Okay. Shape invalid. It requires the items on the bottom or the top. My mistake. Cool. Shape valid, active. Okay. Let's put in these guys. They should get munched up, and let's auto eject them into this barrel. Okay. Now if we decide we want to send stuff to the furnace, they can just we can just set up the pipes here to do it, you know? All right, that gives us 12 Celestigems. Let's go back and get the other 12 and then see what we can do with them. And just like before, with this, we're going to upgrade all our gear. You can make it anew, but doing that, as I said last time, you actually lose your upgrades like the run and walk speed and swim speed and stuff. So you don't really want to do that. Instead, at a smithing table, you just upgrade it with a Celestigem template and another piece of Celestigem. So I think 28 should be enough to get the full kit. Let's have a look. So we just have to make sure that we have 10 left over. And one more for good luck. And we've only got 7 diamonds left. Freaking hell, I just need 2 more diamonds. Okay, that, Okay, maybe this might be a good time to show off this actually. Iron, glass, diamond, divination. Let's use one of our diamonds to make this. I've been meaning to clean my inventory up. I've been meaning to show off how these things work. Anyway, this rod here, this Divination Rod from Theurgy, this one is a diamond Divination Rod. And there's plenty of different types, you know, for various things. But if we can find, do we have any diamond here? In fact, if we had it, it would spare us a trip. Oh, we got 3 diamond. Well, we could probably just dig that up and would have the 8 we need. But seeing as I've just made this thing, let's go down to mining level. Let's put our equipment on. Let's go down to mining level. And yeah, let's find some diamonds and then I'll show you how this thing works. Aha, here we go. Diamonds. Right, so I think you just right click on it. The Divination Rod is not attuned. Shift right click. Ooh, The Divination Rod is now attuned to deep slate diamond ore. So we're going to do this. Let's fortune this up. The redstone. Now when we use it, I think it just sends out a little... No, you got to hold on to it. That's right. And it'll... Get out of here, you. I think it's meant to point you... There you go. Down there. It points you towards the nearest diamond ore. Oh, we just dug it up. Cool. Okay, let's do that again. You follow the beam. There's not much space down here to really see it. Am I crazy? Did you not point down here? But it's currently attuned to something down here. So you just got to right click it one more time to actually really locate it again. There we go. Oh my God, easy. Look at that. How cool is that? So we went from having 6 diamonds and then we got another 86. All right, this time I'm going to make sure I don't burn through all my templates. Just need 10 of them. And then we can do this dance to upgrade all of our stuff. And if you look in the inventory there, you might have noticed that some of these things, well, in fact, all of them, they're fully repaired. And we get all these achievements. That's because these things actually take energy to repair. How freaking cool is that? I think that's incredible. I really like that. And now we can also get a few more upgrades like night vision. Obviously, that's a must. Extinguish, elytra. This one. Oh, we can do that. Easy. So we haven't got an elytra yet, but we can get this. 2 of them, 2 of them, 2 of them, 2 of them. Okay, so there's night vision. Let's quickly just get that on our helmet. You. The elytra, we're going to have to go back to the end to get that because I don't think there's any kind of like super cheaty way we can get it. And leather. Can we upgrade you? Do I want to do this just yet? I don't know. Oh, that requires getting into integrated dynamics. Look, we'll do that real soon. But I think for now I'll just have to do 2 of these manually. I'm so sick of doing this manual stuff. That's okay. We're super close to automation. Okay. Negate full damage. Huge on our boots, I imagine. Boots, full damage, no more. Okay. Grab your upgrades. See if they give us anything special. All right. We've got a few more things here now, a few more quests to do. And then I want to head back to the end real quick to grab that elytra upgrade. Celestigem Paxel. Yeah, that's right. Something about its compatibility with EMI or something. It's unable to show you the recipe, but we all know what a Paxel is. It's a combination of things, right? It's a combination of these 3, pickaxe, shovel, and axe, I think. So do you just do that? Yeah. I think it has to be this order. Pickaxe first, then axe, then shovel. Anyway, that's the recipe for this. Another quest. Another reward. Another Celestigem ore. And while that's cooking up, let's... we're going to have to redo all this, aren't we? We are. Not a biggie. Okay, now this tier is going to grow even quicker. But in addition to that, this stuff also has there's no rewards. Also has the ability to teleport their drops to a designated storage. How are we doing here? Oh my God. No shortage of these things. I might just leave that now because it's a bit of a distraction, but if you wanted to, you could, I think you just shift right click. Drops teleporter. Oh no, you need to add, oh God. Bind tool to chest and drops will teleport there. Fine. Let's do it. Let's bind them to here. Oh, it's before you plant your crops. Right, it's before you till your soil. Or after. Or after even, perhaps. Not sure. Now I'm pretty sure that's going to work without the need of the item collector. So now the item should pop off and just instantly come in here. Yeah, easy. Okay, now we've got a spare item collector to play with later on. Cool, and you are ready. So now, just like how we could upgrade primal coal into the into this stuff, now we should be able to upgrade this. Oops, if we feed this guy again. Now we should be able to upgrade this to the next tier. And I just need one of them, it looks like, to get this, whatever this quest is. But if we just silk touch this instead, we'll get guaranteed profit. And then in addition to that, it's actually going to run way hotter. Cool. All right, so that's almost all of the Celestigem stuff, except the most fun thing of all, the Void Shift Wand, which is very similar to the Blaze Jet Wand, which is great, which I've been loving. But yeah, it always breaks. Well, I probably haven't shown it on camera yet, but I've actually broken the Blaze Jet Wand before. It's a bit embarrassing. I had to craft a new one, but you know, they're cheap enough to make. Whereas this one you can upgrade like this to get the Void Shift Wand, which I should probably just stop talking and do it. This, that. And as you can tell, it runs on power. More. So just like before, you have air burst, but now instead of the 2, you can get 4. And you also have Void Shift of 15. Oh, that's cool. So that's just a direct teleport, and I can see like a render of myself there. What if we change that one to left click? So air burst is right click, void shift is left click, and I don't want to see myself. I mean, I am pretty cute, but I don't need to see myself all the time. And how far can you go? Oh, not that far. I think this teleport thing, that takes me like 40 blocks. Cool, but left click, you can basically just spam it now because, you know, the wand's not going to break. And also, I'm not going to break, even if I take it out of my hand, because I've got the negate fall damage on my boots, on my booties. 2, 3. All right, let's head back to the end. Before we do, while we're here, All right, let's just, can I safely store my levels? Okay. All right, so I just built this experience holder to store all our levels just in case we do die. But let's head back to the end. Do I have enough power in this thing? Not a lot. Look, I'm just going to babysit this a little bit. Get a bunch more of the fuel, just so we can fill up our pocket generator again, because I don't really like the idea of flying over the void in the end without protection. BRB. All right, let's just put them in there, and you know, why not? Give that a little boost. Is that it? Oh my God, it's finished already. Cool. So these are the ones that I want to put in while we're here. I'm actually just going to put them in a fuel canister. So this stuff burns, whoa, that's a lot. That is a good amount. So I don't care too much about the speed, but this stuff burns way quicker than this stuff. I'm not exactly sure how much quicker, but quicker. And I think putting this in is going to like diminish the speed of it overall, but I just don't care too much, really. Like, I'm pretty happy with that. We've also got a couple in there, so we can put them in there as well. Over 5 million, I'm happy with that. Put this guy in there, and that way I know, well, at least I'm fairly confident we're not going to waste any of the, that power. All right, and we should be able to fly over the void safely. I feel pretty safe, I think, to head back to the end and go looking for an end island with our wand here. And do we still have our, yeah, and we still got our kind of temporary wings at least in our iron's temporary wings. Okay, let's go find ourselves an end island. Hey, okay, I thought it glitched out. Little nervous. Little nervous, not going to lie. These wings only last like 20 seconds. So hopefully we can reach something by then. Oh, we'll be fine. Yeah, we'll be good. Here we go. Jeez, I really nailed that landing. So we're basically here for these things. If I do that, do I get the fruit? Yes, I do. Okay, there are way too many of these guys around. All right, I just want to get, yeah, let's just get a bunch of these fruits. Excuse me. Mind your step. Cool, and we can use them to repower our goo. All right, I'm just going to collect a couple of hundred of these, I think. Oops, sorry. Sorry. I'm just going to try and survive collecting a couple of hundred of these. And you know what? This would be much easier, I think, if we could upgrade this guy into the gold, the max tier. Yeah, into the gold advanced magnet, this one. And a singular diamond, that'll upgrade this. So it went from being a 5 block radius to an 11 block radius. That's cool. Love that. That'll make picking up these things so much easier. Could that be one? I think that might be one. It's something. Oh, it is. Okay, what are you? What's this thing? I imagine this is where it is. Yes, okay, we need quickly to get Silk Touch before all these guys spawn in. No, don't do it. Let me just get the spawners. These spawners might actually be really handy to use later on. Okay. Give me a break, would you? That's you down. What kind of loot we got down here? Answer is all the loot. What are you? You're my elytra. There it is. That's pretty easy to find, actually. So, all right. Just like before, a little bit of looting, and then we'll get back to business. I imagine there's a dragon head. There is a dragon head right there. Cool. All right, we've just got to test if this works. Oh, no. That's a shame. That's a shame. You do plant this there, don't you? Actually, I'm starting to think this is what you plant, not the fruit. But anyway, whatever. We got almost 700 of the stuff, so for now I think that's good. We can worry about doing it renewably at another time. Let's also grab ourselves the Elytra Flight upgrade and get that on our chest plate. Like so. Which, as you can tell, acts just like an Elytra. You press space, you can fly around. So that should make getting around the end a little bit easier. While I was up there, I also looted one of those towers and we were able to find a whole bunch of loot. I haven't really had a close look. I imagine there's some good stuff in there, maybe some good spells. Level 10 legendary. Yeah, I'm sure there's some really good stuff in there. I think some more of those end cities will be pretty easy to find now that we've got this flight. And if you saw my looting technique there, I just basically throw everything on the floor and let the magnet pick it up. And if it doesn't get auto picked up in one of the backpacks, I just dump those things in like whatever extra storage I happen to have on me. In this case, it was just backpacks and some shulkers. Also found them in the tower. Okay. I think the time has finally come for us to set up our ME terminal and connect our various storage things to the single storage, one network. So first thing we're going to need is to get our hands on a controller. And this thing is kind of like the brains of the operation. So basically what it does is if you ever have more than 8 channels in a network, then you need to route things through a controller. And yeah, you can make all different shapes and sizes to get access to more channels. We don't have to worry too much about channel management right now ourselves. But in a couple episodes, I'll probably build something big like this, and we'll set up P2P networks and that kind of stuff. And yeah, we'll get into channel management then. For now, we just need one controller, so it needs 4 of those things. There you are. Okay. That should be enough to get us our controller. For the time being, let's stick it here. It's a bit of an odd spot, I know, but I just want to get access to power. Let that thing boot up. Is it out of power over here? Oh God, we're out of power. All right, we're going to have to get on some alternative power pretty soon. Maybe let's turn that off for the time being. Get this thing powering up again and see the beautiful colors coming on the controller. So yeah, you right click on this thing. It tells you we've got a few things installed on it. And you can alternate between AE and FE. It seems to be 1 AE to 2 FE. Let's look in FE because whatever. For now, I want to head this way and look into getting storage buses. And for them, you just need something. I forget. To make the interfaces, you need annihilation and formation cores. So we need one of each of these. I might just get a couple while we're at it. Quartz, crushed fluix, and logics. Yeah. Let's get 16 of each, because I'm sure we're going to need them in a second. And, of course, more from the rewards. Okay. All right. A real basic block is one called the interface. This is used in all kinds of things. And this is what's going to interface various things like chests or external setups and stuff. It's going to interface those with your singular network. And oh yeah, I should probably just say the ME controller required skystone blocks to make. And this thing, you just cook up the skystone, which you get from down there. Whoops. And 4. Let's get 2 of those because we are going to want to get an achievement. And we are going to want to turn those into storage buses. And that'll now let you access an inventory like this from your ME network. Device online, yep. And that eats a channel. Any of these kinds of buses and stuff will eat a channel in your total network. The problem is we've got we've got no way to access the items in the network just yet. And for that, you need to get what's called terminals, one of each of the cores, and an illuminated panel, which just looks like this. And that's just a little bit of dust. Okay. Okay, so yeah, first of all, make yourself an illuminated panel, which is a crafting ingredient in various other types of monitors and terminals. Thankfully, the one craft gives you 3. Get your terminal, stick that on one of these things. In fact, maybe let's just put it here for now, so it looks a little bit orderly. Now you can access the items of your network, which currently is only our barrel here. You can access them from this terminal. That's pretty easy. And if we were to put other stuff in here, like a bucket of water, that bucket of water's only got one place to store right now, and that's right here in this barrel. So there it is. We should probably also set up storage for these 2, although sadly I didn't make enough of those storage buses. Like this. And let's just connect those 2 to the same network. Okay, so now we should be eating up 3 channels with everything accessible through this interface. Cool, that's fantastic. That's a start. Yeah, not a huge improvement, but that's a start. All right, what I'm going to do for now, God, this is already getting a bit messy. Let's put this storage controller here, give it a storage bus, connect it up, and on this we can rest the various bags we have. And now we should be able to access, I think, all this inventory through here. We can. That should make crafting things a bit easier. But this is just a terminal. Okay. Sorry if this seems a little bit chaotic. It's not the terminal we need to craft things, because the terminal, all it does is let you access the goods. But we want to do more than access the goods. We also want to get this kind of crafting grid inside there when we click on it. So to do that, you upgrade your terminal to a crafting terminal. 1 calculation and 1 crafting table. Like this. Now, not only can we see everything in our various chests and stuff, but we can even craft in there. So now if we wanted more ME interfaces, for instance, there you go. Okay, I want to get this thing here called an entangled block. Not going to work. An entangled block, give us a chest. Like you, okay. Because what this thing does, entangled block, you can't use it without also having the binder. We could probably put it right here. put another storage bus on it and connect it up, but it's not currently bound to anything. So I forget how we do this. Block selected, block bound. Okay, so block selected, block bound. Okay, so it's just a right click and then a right click. So now basically this, this block here in the entangled block is just that block, which isn't very useful. Instead, if we were to say shift right click this block and then right click here, now everything in this block is also accessible through here, although not for me, not for my right hand, but it is accessible. Let's have a quick look here, like, tiny TNT. We should be able to see tiny TNT in there. So, okay, that's not that exciting. Let's bind this thing to a much more useful block over in our MI factory setup. Let's assign it to this storage controller here. And seeing as this area is always chunk loaded, we'll be able to access all these goodies from our very same MI network. And then we right click it. Cool, so now it's connected to a storage controller in the void. There's the coordinates for it. We can look up like modern industrialization. And there's all our things, I guess the ore and stuff we've got from our barrels, but there's all our bronze stuff. That's all well and all, but the next thing we look at is going to be the disk drive, which can store things digitally for you. So you don't have to actually have it in a barrel or a bag. You can have it in I think it's called a storage cell. Yeah. So let's see if we've got what it takes to build a disk drive. Easy. Yeah, all this is definitely going to have to change. You don't need to be there. The time being, it can just sit right there. And inside the disk drives, you want to put storage cells. We should probably start off pretty small here, shouldn't we? Yeah. Let's make 10 of the 1Ks and turn all them into these disk drives, these 1K MES disk drives. Okay, we'll fill all them up with 1Ks. Like the way in which this works is you see we have currently nothing stored on this. It says 0 of 1024 bytes used, 0 of 63 types. So each of these cells, these storage cells, could store 63 different types of items. But there's no point dumping in items that don't stack, like enchanted books and those kinds of things, because that'll eat up like a 63rd of this whole cell and not leave any space for more. You kind of want to put things in here that you're going to have more of, arrows, planks, pistons, that kind of stuff. You want that to end up in here, and you want the non-stackables to end up somewhere else. I've already kind of made a bungle of this, haven't I? So I'm just going to set a filter here on this barrel to only allow the transport of these items in and out of that storage bus. Like the problem is if I was to dump, I don't know, for instance, this redstone comparator in there, it's in our system, there it is, but it's not in here. See, they're all green. None of those are being used. Basically, it's just getting dumped in whatever storage it can find. Somewhere. Where did it even go? Okay, let's put the pistons in there as well. Like, there's really there's nowhere for these things to go. All right, I've honestly got no idea where this stuff's going. It's not in this barrel. Nothing's in these drives. They're all empty, and yet we have pistons in the system. Okay. I'm absolutely lost. But anyway, what that does is it kind of shows us a limitation of this. Like, similar to how I just set filters here on this storage bus to only accept the processors. That's cool and all. What about all this crap? I'm not setting filters for all this and all these things in here. That's not going to happen. So, yeah, you can kind of see the problem already, right? I'm just not convinced that these backpacks are going to do it for us. So unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to disable these guys, take the storage controller off there. Okay, where are you going? Where is this ending up? You've got 2 storage buses. Oh my God, it's going into this bank. That makes sense at least. Okay, this has to have a quartz, this has to have a Certus quartz crystal as a filter there. Now when you put things in here, like comparators and pistons and stuff, that's going to find its way here. That's what you want, right? Oh God, what am I doing? Okay, so I'm back, and this time I've got a plan. So what we're going to do is, look, as much as I love these things, I think it's about time that we say goodbye to our backpacks. Even though I haven't really tried out all the different kinds of upgrades and stuff you can put in there, I think it's time we say goodbye to these guys and instead replace them with a couple of banks. Well, I guess 3 banks specifically. 1, 2, and 3. And if possible, I want to get diamond ones, but I don't know. Yeah, we're probably not going to have the... Oh, cool. So it's just 24 blocks of each. We're not going to have the emeralds for it, unfortunately. I've basically hollowed out that mountain. And yeah, it's not really looking too good for us. But we should be able to just... Yep, cool. At least we can get 2. That's good. And at least we can upgrade those 2 to full diamond. Okay. Not so bad. Yeah, not so bad. They're pretty good. All right. Like this. Oh boy. So look, here's what we're going to do. We're going to put storage buses on these 2. What did I do? Oh, we're out of channels already. Okay, well that one's coming off in a second, so we should be good. So if we could do something like this, and probably not, a lot of this stuff probably doesn't actually belong in there. But if we get all the kind of regular loot drops, and let's store those up in the gold one here. Okay, you're not a loot drop, you're not a loot drop. You're not a loot drop. God, this might take a second. Okay, new plan. You can go in one of the diamond banks. And you, regular storage bus, can also go in there. Okay, so we've got a dank here for loot drops. In this one here, let's put all of our blocks, which I'm just going to transfer over from this guy. Okay, that's better. So we've got 2 danks here now, one full of blocks and one full of mob drops. These are just both going to be connected to the ME system with regular storage buses. And the limitation on what can come in and out is set at this level. We don't need to be in there. By filtering to this one. So only items already contained will get picked or inserted. So the idea of this chest is this is bulk storage of stuff that we're just going to pick up heaps and heaps of. This one, similar mob drops and a few other things. And then finally, for this guy, I'm going to try and get it upgraded to emerald as soon as I can. But for now, I want to use a tag storage bus from ExtendedAE to connect this one, and I imagine I might be running out of channels pretty soon. I'll have to reclaim one over here. And that's going to be for ore, but only the raw ore blocks. So this guy works in a pretty funny way. What you need to do is just put in your tags here in the whitelist filter or blacklist filter, and you can search tags by pressing F3 and H. Like F3 and H is to enable or disable advanced tooltips. And then you can do things like, let's just look up a piece of ore. If you hold shift on it, it's going to list all the tags that are valid. So you can see there's C:ores. And you can search for that down here, similarly, and you'll find these are all the blocks that are tagged as ore. So we just need a dank that's big enough to collect all these. Sadly, this guy isn't, but I'll upgrade it soon enough anyway. So whitelist filter of C:ores. And if you wanted to, you could do something like also add something that has like the tag of ingots or whatever, but we only want to get the ores. So now I believe if I chuck that in there. Oh, it's a freaking bank. This needs to be set to anything, allow anything in. All right, now I should be able to just dump all this ore into the system and they'll route themselves over here. Cool. That's very cool. Okay, now all we need to do is give these guys a copy like this. And because we've already opened it, this guy is going to share the exact same inventory. So these 2 are the same. All right, that's quite a lot of storage taken care of for those 3. And for this guy, let's say you're going to be here with a storage bus. Now I realize we don't actually have the channels for it, so I'm going to disconnect it for now. But this one I want to connect up with. This one I want to connect up with the bank that's been chilling out over at our farm. Excuse me. Like this. And similarly, only allow things in there that are filtered. Okay. We'll put the linked one back in there. So that's hopefully going to cover storage for a huge list of items. And we've barely touched our disk drives. Like, that's all we've got in there. Just, what's that? 19 items in there. And the goal of doing all this kind of thing with storage buses and stuff is to kind of protect these cells from being overloaded with like stuff that clogs up their inventory. So like if, for instance, cobble was to find its way into here, the whole cell is just going to fill up with cobble. And what could have stored like many of 63 different types of things is just going to get clogged up with, you know, stuff from the farm. Could be cobble, wheat seeds, or, you know, that kind of stuff. Real waste of these storage cells. So instead we route those things elsewhere first and ensure that our disk drive here is the last place, okay, it's probably a bit excessive, is the last place that items will look for space. Okay, so that covers bulk items. What about all the small bits and pieces? You know, this particular iron knife, there's only one like it, or this diamond chest plate or whatever. These things are never going to stack. Like that takes up 2 slots because it's got different MBT data. Similarly, if that was in a disk drive, it would take up 2 of those 63 items, wasting potential to store many, many more things on that same cell. So what we want to do for that one, might actually repurpose this guy to go here, and you're going to be a storage bus. Okay. Actually, you are not going to be a storage bus. Instead, you're going to be we're going to get another tag storage bus and a mod storage bus. This is going to be a little bit of this one. I wasn't aware you could do this, but I'm actually going to put one there, one here, and connect them both up and have 2 storage buses on the same device. How's that? Okay, that's pretty good. Plenty of space. Hopefully enough for everything. Another reason why banks are actually pretty good, because you can build directly from them. Let's go all out and get a full 9 of them. Hopefully there's enough for all of our single stack items. I'm not sure, but we can kind of store things in here now. So we've got a mod storage tool and a tag storage tool. So let's set the tags up like we did before. We want to get anything, we want to get anything that's tagged as armor. And as you can see there, it's just C:armors. We also want to get, so it's an or, because either this or that. If you do an and, it'll only take things that have this and that. So this and tools, I believe, is the one for tools. Yep. And we want to get, or we want to get, all the enchanted books. Now these ones are tagged a little bit funny, but thankfully they all share this tag, Minecraft bookshelf books. Bookshelf books. Yeah, I mean, as to some patchouli books and that kind of stuff, but whatever. We can also store them here too. Minecraft bookshelf books. Yes, please. And for the mod storage bus, this one's even easier because I want to store all the relics, all these things. They don't stack. So, you know, there's not many of them either. So chuck them in a barrel. Same goes for the artifacts. Same goes for irons, spells, and spell books. And maybe some more later on down the track. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, now comes the moment, I think we're ready to basically just dump things in the system and hope they go to the right locations. Oh boy. Oof. All right. Let's see how we go. Okay, everything fits, I think. And these things aren't even full yet. And these things should be starting to look pretty full. Yes, that is awesome. Before we were kind of looking through these spells and stuff manually. Now we can actually just come in here and go show us all the Iron's scrolls. There we go. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. So things tagged as legendary. Burning Dash, Dragon's Breath, Echoing Strikes. Okay, these look pretty cool. All right, so yeah, what do you guys think? I'm actually pretty keen to hear some criticism, some feedback. What is the best way to set up your AE2 storage in this game? I thought maybe an integration of stuff would be good. Like we get to try out these tag and mod storage buses. That's fun. That's cool. That keeps this organized. We're using banks. We're using banks to store like large quantities of items up to 1/4 mil. That's cool. That's fun. We're entangling some blocks. That's entangled to our MI factory over in the Void. And of course, we're using the classic item storage cells. And these ones are kind of already filling up a little bit. So maybe the 1Ks probably aren't good enough, but we can upgrade those another day. Yeah, so this is just a quick mock-up of what things are gonna look like. I'll have to do a proper storage room perhaps next episode, or at least I can start it next episode. And I know this isn't channel efficient. In fact, did I run out of channels? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes. Whoops. But yeah, we'll get into channel management and P2Ps and all those kinds of things next time. This is mostly just a proof of concept to see how it would go, to see if it's the kind of smart way to do things. Next episode, I reckon I'm probably just going to cut most of this out, to be honest, and replace it with something a bit more final. But yeah, in general, what do you guys think of this approach? Good idea? Bad idea? Keen to hear thoughts and opinions. Do hit me up with some of those story suggestions, and in the next episode, I think we might start laying out some of the base up here. And of course, we'll play around with some more mods. All right, thanks a lot. Catch you later. Bye for now.